All right, at this time, we will begin the Norfolk State portion of the press conference. We'd like to start with an opening statement from Coach Jones.
Well, first thing I'll say, I told you we wasn't a 30-point underdog. Damn, nobody laughed at that, huh? But, the thing I'll tell you is that, I'm happy for these guys. We walk out of here as champions. Only out of the 27 one-bid conferences there, we were able to get a bid and become one of the last 68 teams standing for a national championship. So, credit to these guys, credit to these young men, credit to everything they've done to the program. Florida obviously is a great team. They had a tremendous first half. Well, first half of the first half, they had a tremendous first half. So, once again, we didn't take their punch well, but I think that we showed after that punch that the team that we really are, that we really should have been the whole game. So, once again, credit to Florida and credit to these young men for getting to the big dance.
All right, thank you, Coach. At this time, we'll take questions for student athletes. Can we start with David, and then we'll go there and then there.
Jaylani, David Teal with the Virginian Pilot. Coach mentioned that you guys didn't do a great job early, but what flipped the switch there late in the first half when you guys scored the final 11 points, and then for much of the second half as well?
We just bought in. We believed in one another. We believed in each other. We just looked at them as regular people, like they just like us. So we just tightened up. We just tightened our screws up, played more aggressive. That's it.
Right up front, Jaden. No.
Christian, Jaylani, both of you have had pretty long and varied journeys. And as soon as the game was over, I saw both of you immediately come over and thank the fans and get in with the fans and just kind of be part of them. What does it mean to you to be part of this group and be part of that group of fans that supported you? Christian, could you start?
They're a part of the program just as much as we are, The fans come everywhere they can be, They come to the MEAC tournament, they come to the away games that they can get to. They're at the home games, so they're just as vital to the program as we are. We want to make sure that they know that they're appreciated for all the things they do for us.
Jaylani, do you have anything to add?
I agree with Philly. That's all I say.
All right, let's go second row over there.
Matt Moderno, Believe in DMV Hoops. Guys, you were a veteran-led team here. I saw you huddle up at halftime before going in the locker room. I'm sure you guys chatted as a group, before the coaches got in there. What was sort of the message to each other to kind of,
Jaylani, could you start?
The message was we just got to lock in. Want too much to it. Just lock in. Tighten up what we need to tighten up.
Christian, do you have anything to add?
We knew what time it was. We knew going into halftime we only had 20 minutes left in this basketball game, and I was in the locker room trying to tell my guys, we only got 20 guaranteed minutes. If we want anything more, we want to stay together as a group, we got to pick it up. So coming out of the halftime, we knew that we didn't start the game the way we wanted to, but we was damn sure going to finish the way we wanted.
Okay, on the edge over there.
Stephen Gaither, HBCU Gameday. This is for Christian. After Coach took you out, you kind of took your time and embraced your guys on there. What was going through your head, with this being your last game and everything like that?
It was really a surreal feeling, man. It was just like I overcome with a lot of emotions. It's been a long journey. I've spent 4 years at Norfolk, probably my favorite 4 years I've had playing basketball in a while, It's just a lot, and I got overwhelmed a little bit, and I'm glad that my coaches and players, embraced me at that point so that I could stay strong.
Okay, let's go back to David over here.
Christian, for long stretches of the season, Brian was this team's leading scorer. How much did it hurt not having him on the floor for such an extended period this evening?
I felt like the pain that we was feeling from him being in foul trouble was visible the whole game. You can see we was just missing one piece the whole time, the whole game. Credit to Brian. He had an amazing season, amazing. And I'm hurting that they had to do that to him on the floor with the fouls. For this game. This is a very big game. I know he wanted a piece of this game, but you could see it. It was like we was missing just like our right arm. We was missing our right arm on the court, and then it clearly came at a disadvantage for us.
Any other questions for the student athletes? All right, gentlemen, you're excused. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate y'all.
All right, questions for Coach Jones. Let's start over here, Coop, second row.
Matt Paterno, Believe in DMV Hoops. You know, this group hasn't been on the wrong side of a lopsided score like that very often. What did you say to them at halftime, and were there any specific adjustments you guys made?
I mean, the thing I said to them was that just keep fighting. You know, like I told them, I think I said it to the last press conference, is that, you know, the most insignificant score is a halftime score. You know, so it's like, just keep fighting, keep fighting, keep fighting. And the second half, I mean, it was a 5-point half. Unfortunately, that was the second half and not the first half, right? So, you know, if we would have played like that in the first half, this might be a totally different press conference right now. But, you know, with us, we didn't take their blow well. And like the guy said, we played the name too much than actually playing the player. We didn't start playing the player until the final 4 minutes of that half. I mean, the last media in the first half, they didn't score. You know, it was 11-0, that last media, and it just kind of carried over. The one thing I will say about Florida is that every time we got it to about 18, 19, you know, I think we got it to 17 one time, but I know it was definitely 18 and 19 a few times, it would go back to 20. You know, like they wouldn't waver too much. It's just like they kind of just played us even. It's like they would score, we would score. I mean, we finished the second half shooting 50%, and that's, if I'm not mistaken, that's one of the best defensive teams in the country. But I guess we're one of the best offensive teams from a percentage standpoint. You know, so. I guess nobody was playing defense in the second half. It was just everybody just going in the second half. But, you know, we didn't get the stops that we needed in the second half to really put the pressure on them, because you heard the crowd change, right? You know, we came with 350 people, maybe a little bit more, but our ticket allotment, you know, sold out. But then at one point in that first half, it turned to like 13,000 people, you know, was cheering for us and things like that. And we could never just get over the hump to get the crowd back with us.
Let's go to David over here.
Coach, I'll ask you the same question that I asked Christian. How much of a burden was it to not have Brian out there tonight for so long?
Oh, I mean, it's tough. It changes the play calling. It changes just the overall flow of the game. You know, I'm used to having Brian Moore on the floor. I'm used to having 19 points over there on the right wing. You know, like, now you take away 19 points from the right wing against a team like Florida when you're trying to manufacture, well, at least we're trying to manufacture points in the first half a lot. It's tough. You know, credit to guys like Jaylani, who's not a real big scorer. Credit to Chris Fields, who stepped up, you know, to manufacture those points when Brian Moore wasn't around. And then second half, I was trying to get him out, you know, but then he caught another foul, and then it was like just all over pretty much for him.
Okay, over here, Coop.
Stephen Gaither, HBCU Game Day. You know, Coach, you guys have won the championship 3 of the last 5 years. Playing game the first year, first for the first year, and then the last 2 as a 16. How close do you think you guys are to bursting that bubble and getting past the 16, 15 to really, you know, make a run?
I mean, I stand by what I said in the initial conference. I don't think that we should even play Florida, to be honest with you. Like, you know, and the thing is that people are going to say that we lost by 26. Yeah, I do. Yeah, so, yeah. I mean, most of the 16s have lost by 26. So that could have been anybody in the country that lost by 26. But we shouldn't have been on that line. You know, if you look at it, like I say it once again, and maybe it'll stick home this time, is that out of all the 15s and 16s, we were the only one with a top 100 win. You know, we beat High Point at their place. We was the only, you know, loss for them. We beat Alabama State. We beat James Madison, who won their league. You know, it's like a whole bunch of stuff that you could run down. We played Tennessee close as hell. You know, so you know, credit to Florida, they're a great team, but we shouldn't have played Florida. We should have played, you know, somebody else. So, and I stand by that to the death. So as far as moving the needle to the 15, it should have been moved already. But it seems like every time we move, the goalpost gets a little further.
All right, let's go back to David.
You mentioned every time that you guys got it to 17, 18,
Yeah.
that Florida would do something. The one that I recall was when Condon banked in the 3.
Oh, yeah, that was
and I saw you sag. What were you thinking at that moment?
Yeah, I don't really do too much sagging either, so that was like heartbreaking for me. You know, because he banked, you know, went off a glass straight away. Clearly, that's not a shot that was supposed to go in. Credit to the young man for making it. You know, credit to him. But it was like a 5-4-3-2-1 type shot. So we had played pretty good with defense for that possession. And he banks in the three to go back from 18 to 21 when it, you know, hopefully it would have missed. Maybe we'd have got to 16, 15. And now the momentum and shifts to us and the fear shifts to them a little bit, you know. So we were never able to get it close enough that they got tight enough. You know, I know Coach Golden was cussing out the refs, so I guess we got to him a little bit, but my gosh. But you know, it is what it is.
Any more questions? All right, Coach. Thank
All
you
right.
very, very much.
Thank you.